Now, before we get to your fight, you had a tragic event happen in your life right before the last event, if I'm not mistaken, that we had, um, and that was the loss of your mother. I bring it up because I know you're doing some things for her now, that people could get behind and support. So I want you to talk about it, but speak to us a bit on what happened, maybe, if you want to share, and kind of, more importantly, talk about your mother in a positive light. I heard she was a big fight fan, uh, and from what I've heard, and I'm sure you're biggest fan, right? I couldn't imagine losing my mother, man. So I send my deepest condolences. But tell us a little bit about your mother, Caleb.
Yeah, man. So I'm a mama's boy, and I don't want to say I was a mama's boy. I still am a mama's boy, man. I move through every single day with my mom in my heart. And yeah, I'm a mama's boy, and I've always been. We were tight. I did right by her. She did right by me. We were there for each other to lean on, and in many ways, and at many times, we were the only people that we had for each other. Um, we went through a lot of hard times together, like struggling growing up, made me the man I am today. She taught me a lot of valuable things. My work ethic comes from her. The type of person I am comes from her. Just yeah, just being a good person at the end of the day. Um, yeah, she was just, bro, like everybody loved that woman. She did right by everybody. Um, yeah, and you know what they say, man, the good ones die young. She was 46 years old. Um, and it was a car accident. Um, the roads were wet one night, and she assumably hydroplaned or had a medical incident and ended up colliding with a tree. Um, yeah, it definitely was a really rough thing to come to grips with. I definitely try to stay positive in things like that. So one thing I am very, very thankful for, because as much as this is my dream, man, to get to the UFC, it was hers as well. She was my biggest supporter, my biggest fan. She was at every single fight, screaming, whether she was in general admission or close up, like you heard her. She talked to all the fighters that I fought. She would, um, interact with every, like, it was just, she was at home, man. She loved watching her baby boy go out there and do something spectacular. So yeah, but one thing I'm grateful for is that through all my wins, my losses, I because I've always stepped out there and put myself um on the front line, against, it didn't matter if you were on a win streak or you were whatever, you were ranked, or if people were hyping you up. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I fought you because at the end of the day, as an amateur, I wanted to get better and I wanted to learn, or I had this win or learn mentality in my amateur career, and that's gone. That is gone now. We're pros now. There is no win or learn. It's win or win, and I will do whatever I have to, um, by any means necessary, to get the win as quick as possible, neutralize the threat as quick as possible. So yeah, I keep kind of getting sidetracked here, but yeah, I got to win the title, man. You know what I'm saying? After all the ups and downs, the last fight that my mom was here for was the title fight, and going into a fight against an undefeated prospect who everybody was probably counting me out. Dude was 6-0, ranked number 6 in the North America. Like, it definitely was my toughest challenge to that point. And there was probably very few people in that building that thought that I was gonna come out on top, let alone win the way I won. And I was able to do that with my mom. My mom was able to get into the cage, and that's a memory that I will cherish forever. Um, yeah, I remember in our last interview, I was saying that if I did everything correctly, that could be the perfect ending to my amateur career, and it could not have gotten any perfecter.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm very grateful to be able to have shared that moment with my mom. Kind of, little did we know that would be our last fight together, but I know she's still here in spirit. She's watching down, and she's got the best seat in the house for all these fights leading forward. Um, I'm just happy, we got to share that moment. We got some pictures that night that, like, they're just so beautiful, bro. Like, I would cherish those forever. I'll hang those up in my house, and it'll just be, you know, it was a beautiful moment. As terrible as this whole situation is, I think it is going to make me a stronger person, a better man, in a lot of ways, and a better fighter ultimately. Um, yeah, so it's definitely it's been a journey, man. I'll say that it's not even been 2 months yet, but feels like it's been a lifetime, and it feels like it's been yesterday at the same time. So, um, but
Wow.
that being said, focus on this fight fully. There was nothing my mom wanted to see more than me to go out there and make my pro debut, and I know she's looking down, smiling, very, very, very happy, very excited for February 28th, just like myself. So,
Yeah, yeah. No, I was gonna say she's definitely looking down on you, and you have a lot to fight for with her spirit inside of you. And I never had the pleasure of meeting her, but I'm so happy to hear that she was at that fight because I remember you know Arbin Loga, a tough 6-0 guy coming in, a hot prospect that we brought in to fight you for the title, and man, you dismantled him pretty quickly with a nice submission victory. And wow, that was exciting. I didn't realize that your mom was there, and that's a beautiful
yeah.
thing for her to at least see you attain that final goal.